All right, now, logically, let's talk about order bombs and the best practices for order bombs. You can take a lot of the principles I've already shared with you about upsells and front end offers for order bombs, but they are a lot like free bonuses, but they're just paid. And the way you think about the order bumps is again like the free bonuses intentional, not random. These order bumps, like the free bonuses, should overcome objections, obstacles, and limitations people will have with your front end offer, or just help them get faster results, easier, better, whatever, cheaper, right? So they're almost, as I said, you can literally take sometimes a free bonus from your front end offer and just make that the order bump, right? If it follows these principles, right? They are an order bump. What either you solve a specific problem within the front end product more in detail, more in depth, like the advertising aspect in funnels and brands, how to scale your funnels with advertising. And that's the bump. How to create digital products with AI. That's the bump. That's how you want to think about it. You can do a lot of the technical stuff, like you're not going to have to go over all the portals. It either helps them get certain things done faster, easier, cheaper, or you remove again more and more limitations, obstacles, and objections they might have regarding the front end offer, right? And then the order bumps are almost like an upsell one pre-frame. So if you think about my meta ad scaling system as the bump, it almost sets the pre-frame for the template bundle, because when someone adds the meta ad scaling system, they're in a traffic situation state. And when they're in a traffic state, they know, okay, I'm going to scale these ads, but I need to scale them somewhere and run that one that's traffic somewhere, hence the template bundle. So it's almost like a bit of a pre-frame, right? The upsell one, that's why when I say your upsell conversion rates, like the take rates on your upsells are a lot of the times just dependent upon the front end offer and the bumps, right? I see a lot of people, they're trying to optimize the upsells, but sometimes the problem is not the upsell, it's the front end, it's the bump, right? So you want to be intentional about those things. And then the cool little strategy to increase the take rate on your bumps, like essentially get more and more people to buy your bumps and click yes on the bumps, is to use what I call the 50% off pre enabled order bump. You've seen this on the funnels and brands funnel, right? You can check that. You can also check this on all my other funnels that I've shared in this document and throughout this course. But essentially what you're doing is you're adding a discount code to your bundle, to your order bump. Sorry. What that does is it altogether increases your funnel conversion rate. So for example, I'm sure you've seen on the funnels and brands, the faceless course, the head bar, and all the messaging was like 50% off deal available, right? And that deal was available on the bumps, right? But what I've done now is I've effectively increased the conversion rate as a whole because I have a 50% off available, right? So not only do I increase the conversion rate as a whole, which in our case went from 2, 5 to 4%, if not more. And now I think it's around 5 to 6 across all our funnels. But you also increase obviously your take rate on the bumps itself, because there's the sale now, right? They get this item at a discount as a one-time offer. So we took our bump take rates across the board, all my funnels. It's like almost double, right? From 38 to 59, sometimes from 24 to like 47%. So this method is really effective. I highly recommend you use it. You also, by doing so, increase your average checkout value, like the value at checkout, not including the bumps at the upsell. Sorry. So if you have a front end offer for $27 and they check on a bump, it takes it to 50 or 60 or 70 just by having the strategy, because they will then take it. And also by doing so, increase your upsell take rate. Why? Because people are now at a yes decision momentum. They click no on a bump that is still a decision. They declined. So now they're in a no state. So if they go to upsell one, they're kind of like preconceived with this no state. So just by having them tick on bumps, you increase your upsell take rates as well. This is a cool little strategy. Again, you can check back on my funnel on all the other funds I've mentioned here. You will see this across the board. It's just a good way to increase your take rates on bumps. Just by having that sale present, it increases overall rate of your front end bump take rate, and therefore average checkout value, and therefore also the upsell take rate, because of that yes decision momentum. Because if people say no to an offer that is still a no decision, and that will determine, it puts people in a certain state. And you will see that if people take the bump, more than likely they also take upsell number one. It's like a rule of thumb basically. And then what happens is, if people take your full checkout bumps, if you have more than one bump, if they take everything on the front end, they will take upsell number one. So it's always good. It's very congruent you see that coming in, that someone bought the full front end or with the bump, there's a high likelihood they will also add the upsell one, right? And then in terms of your back end upsells, one buyer are usually your best customers that will buy over and over and over again, provided you also do a good job. So that's order bump best practices, not very long, because the principles still apply from the previous lessons. But this is a very, very powerful strategy that I haven't seen in anyone really talk about. So use it. It's very, very effective. And I'm going to see you in the next one.